Gary Neville calls out Man United and Man City during Derby. This has got to stop. The latest Manchester United news after the 0-0 draw in the Derby with Manchester City at Old Trafford about what Gary Neville said during the Sky Sports coverage. Gary Neville did not hold back when expressing his disappointment during the Manchester Derby. The lackluster performance from both teams in the opening half at Old Trafford led the former Manchester United captain to lament the absence of expansive play. During the first 45 minutes, each team managed only a single shot on target. From the commentary box, Neville could not contain his frustration at the overly cautious tactics employed by both sides. He made it clear that neither team had done enough. It's like we've got to a point in football where teams are frightened to death to give the ball away, make a mistake, take a risk, Neville said. They're all so obsessed with shape. Nothing off the cuff is happening in lots of games. This has got to stop. The excitement and beauty of the Premier League is the sort of thrust and energy and excitement and doing things a little bit differently. This 45 minutes is a non-entity. It's not good enough from either team. Neville was not the only one expressing his disappointment with the proceedings at Old Trafford. In the Sky studio, fellow pundits Micah Richards and Roy Keane did not hold back their grievances. There's a real lack of quality, declared Keane, no atmosphere. City have dominated possession, United have sat in. But it's a derby game, there's no energy in the stadium. This is a friendly derby. It's labored, it's flat, lamented Richards. There's no energy. There's no anything. Observers from outside the Manchester divide were hardly more impressed. The former Everton midfielder Leon Osman acknowledged the struggle to stay engaged with the match. It has not been easy viewing, he admitted. After that first minute, there wasn't really a cheer or a tackle or anything for anyone to get up and interested by. It has not had the quality that we expect, nor the derby intensity that you get with local rivalries. Here at the Manchester Evening News, we are dedicated to bringing you the best Manchester United coverage and analysis. Make sure you don't miss out on the latest United news by joining our free WhatsApp group. You can get all the breaking news and best analysis sent straight to your phone by clicking here to subscribe. You can also subscribe to our free newsletter service. Click here to be sent all the day's biggest stories. Gary Neville slammed robotic and micromanaged players as Manchester Derby ended in a drab stalemate at Old Trafford. The United legend did not hold back while slamming players from both clubs as the Manchester Derby ended in a boring goalless draw on Sunday at Old Trafford. Neville questioned the players' attitude after the draw as he labeled them robotic and micromanaged. In a passionate rant on Sky Sports after the match, the pundit said, "I don't think there was one player who walked off the pitch disappointed about drawing the game 0-0 from either side. I think they all sort of walked off thinking, we're okay here, we got away without making a mistake. It was really disappointing. I apologize for my co-commentary. I think I let it get to me. I was boring on there as well. That was drab. I get what Ruben Amorim, is saying about it being that point in the season, with City and United being in a difficult moment. But this robotic nature of not leaving our positions, being micromanaged within an inch of our lives, not having any freedom to take a risk to go and try and win a football match is becoming an illness in the game, it's becoming a disease in the game." Neville added, "Ultimately, when you think about Pep Guardiola and his teams over the last 10 years, that's what his teams do, but we are seeing poor imitations of that across the board now. United's goalkeeper rolling his foot on the ball and waiting for things to happen. That's not it. That's not what this club is and not what we do here. Liverpool don't do that. You've got to be a top team with tempo in your play, rhythm in your play." Amorim's side will now shift their focus to Europe as they are scheduled to face Lyon next in the first leg of their Europa League quarter-final fixture on Thursday in France. This Manchester Derby was an insult. Ruben Amorim must make tweak to himself and major change to Man United team. Manchester United fans staged a post-match demonstration against the club's ownership and could also have protested about the moribund nature of this game. Call that a Manchester Derby? Where on the pitch was the passion, the goals, the drama, the tackles? Where was the sense of urgency? Where was the fight for local pride? Where, too, was Manchester City's awareness of the galloping threat of Aston Villa and Newcastle United in the race for a Champions League place? The fans were up for it, trading tirades, but the game was largely lifeless. These were the noiseless neighbors. Bernardo Silva and Casemiro even had a brief, smiling chat midway through the first half. Afterwards, The traditional on-field handshakes and hugs almost felt like a love-in. Welcome to Manchester, twinned with Woodstock. This was a game without edge. Fair enough, salute the departing Kevin De Bruyne, but respect Derby traditions. This had a pre-season feel, a testimonial-level intensity. This was an insult to Manchester Derby heritage. This contrasted with the memory of Brian McClare striking twice late on for a main road draw in 1990. Or Michael Owen's late winner in a 4-3 classic at Old Trafford in 2009. Or Wayne Rooney's overhead winner in 2011. Or City triumphing 6-1 here with Mario Balotelli asking, "Why always me?" in 2011. Or Phil Foden and Erling Haaland scoring hat-tricks in a 6-3 romp in 2022. Or Amad Diallo's double silencing the Etihad Stadium last December. But this meeting, the 196th, carried little of note. At halftime, TV ran a section of what they called Manchester United moments from the first 45 moments. There were precious few highlights. Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro, then Casemiro gave away possession in quick succession. United began with 7 defensive players in their outfield, and relied heavily on Bruno Fernandes for the occasional promising pass, and Alejandro Garnacho for the fleeting threatening run. Garnacho is not a number 10, he does his best work cutting in from the wide acres. In the center, Rasmus Højlund ran hard but nowhere of note. It's painful watching United's number 9. He's willing but he's struggling. Højlund's heat map rarely flickered in the City area. He needs a compass first. Ruben Amorim's attempt to play a counter-attacking game might have more potential with a striker of greater potency than Højlund. Casemiro delivered a lovely first-time ball down the inside right channel, and Højlund set off after it, but his body language betrayed his lack of confidence. Josko Gvardiol easily dispossessed him. Højlund might come good with some belief, facing the goal more, and some more one-on-one coaching from Amorim, but United will surely look for a more clinical finisher this summer. Amorim needs to tweak his own mindset and understand United's attacking traditions. The shirt remains red, but the boldness has faded. The loyalty of United fans has certainly not ebbed, and they chanted Amorim's name. They stayed supportive of their uninspiring team. They deserve so much better from the team and owners. City were hardly a joy to behold either. Pep Guardiola set them up to control the center. Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva and Mateo Kovacic duly did. Kevin De Bruyne was further forward, trying to create for Omar Marmoush, but they missed Erling Haaland. It was sad that De Bruyne's final Manchester derby should be such a state affair when it should be a state occasion. De Bruyne has graced many of them and brought his vivid brushstrokes to the canvas of the Etihad and Old Trafford. But not here. He was applauded when he ran across to take a corner close to the traveling fans, who gave him the "we are not worthy" treatment. He clapped them back. The 33-year-old rolled back the years a couple of times, sweeping a marvelous crossfield pass to the left, and managing a low shot at Andre Onana, but was otherwise dragged down by the general stymieing of ambition and ability. Guardiola's fullbacks, Matheus Nunes and particularly Nico O'Reilly, provided what little width City had until Jeremy Doku arrived for Foden just before the hour. He began running down the left at United, being fouled by Noussair Mazraoui and then Diogo Dalot. At last some adventure. Unfortunately, Doku's decision-making let him down. The game slightly opened up. Omar Marmoush shot straight at Onana. Ederson saved well from Joshua Zirkzee, Højlund's replacement. Jack Grealish replaced Gundogan but never seemed sure whether he was meant to be a number 10 or a number 8. Thanks for being with us.